Hey guys, Coach Tim. I don't know if you've ever noticed, I call myself Coach Tim. The reason is because I actually, off and on for the last quarter century, have coached football. And I coach clients in business, specifically in digital marketing. And let me give you a story. So first of all, what does digital marketing and football have in common? Let me see if I can try. So, years ago, I was a newbie coach, and I was just reminded of this story because I guest coached last night, and I saw some of these mistakes with fairly new coaches. I years ago set up a tackle drill, and I had a long line of kids all the way across the the field. There's probably 10, 12 kids for a one-on-one drill. They were in line to tackle somebody that was essentially 3 feet in front of them, right? And one of the funny things I'll never forget about that was there's this little guy on the team, and I kept looking at him, and I noticed he keeps going backwards. He's not going forwards. He's going backwards. This was a young team, and we're trying to get them used to hitting. Kind of important in football, right? And eventually, so that was funny. And I had said, "Gosh, what's going on?" And he started crying and stuff. We had to coach him up and get him going so he could participate. And so. I don't know if it was the same day or it was in some other day. One of my assistant coaches, in his ever so humble but wise ways, said, do we need this many people in line standing around waiting? Duh. From then on, I thought of efficiency. I thought of optimization. There's a word, right? And I thought, wow, there's no need to have one item, right? Just one item that we're doing. Why don't we have 5-on-5 or 6-on-6, however many people there were against each other, and then we could manage that, and we can get more repetitions, right? More practice in the name of optimization. Well, I'll tell you the reason why I didn't want to do it is because I wanted to control the whole damn thing. And I wanted to be in control of that, and it was something I could manage, as opposed to being able to see a wider lens. That's digital marketing. Digital marketing has many, many moving parts if you're doing it well, right? And a lot of people will settle in on their favorite social media, right? Oh, I do other social media, but boy, I sure like Instagram, or I sure like TikTok, and they don't go off of it. And sometimes, but rarely, that works, right? It can work, but rarely. You need to be touching all the fronts. But a lot of times people do that and they forget about their website, or they forget about various pieces of their website, or that's enough without ever doing the links, and then not ever diversifying the links, and then not ever creating their own photos, stuff like that. So all these moving parts and working together, not just on an individual, like your Instagram is just different than everything else. That's hard to scale. But by working at them all working together in the name of SEO, right? In the name of SEO. At the end of the day, we're serving the Google gods. There's two places that's most effective to serve the Google gods. One, on your Google business profile, and on your website. that references your Google business profile. And if you're not doing that, then you're missing out. Well, I work my Google business. Okay, but what about your website? Well, I work my website. Well, okay, what about your Google business? Google loves who they love, right? So if you have profiles set up on your Facebook and all these different places and they're consistent, the NAPs, name, address, and phone numbers are the same, you're doing well. Google loves who they loves, and they love Facebook. They love Yelp. They love Twitter, X. Did you see that X? I can't get used to saying that. And so they don't love anybody more than themselves. Very narcissistic company. And so make sure you're on fleek with your Google stuff, okay? And make sure you're referencing your sites and your assets around the web when you do this. So it all ties together, and you tie it together through your website called Schema. And all this stuff right now, you know, if you're thinking about like what I just said, the football analogy and running a practice, all these moving parts, that's what I call 5D marketing, 5D digital, okay? Because it's geometric, right? Once you get all these things going on and they scale, it's to scale, then you're able to move needles that you never thought. All of a sudden your Instagram starts skyrocketing, right? Instead of just moving along. Why? Because you're getting not just the advantage of the Instagram algorithm to drip whoever they drip into your most recent video, but you also have the advantage of maybe showing up on Google, right? So that's what I want. I want the whole damn front page with my client stuff, right? So you can have a YouTube, you can have a TikTok, you can have an Instagram video that shows up on page one for a mid-range keyword phrase. And that keyword phrase is only going to come up in Google from a video on YouTube or from Instagram or Facebook if you actually SEO the document, meaning the description, right? Now, for extra bonus points, and this is somewhat difficult for most people to do, when you're uploading rich media, SEO the hell out of that document, right? If you got a PDF, SEO it. How do you do that? Well, it's a long story, but you get into the guts of not only the words, not only do you get into the words on the document, but you also get into the meta, what's called the metas inside the document, inside the computer code, and you manipulate that. You can do that in any document that you upload to Google. Some easier than others, some more than others, but word to the wise. So anyway, this is Coach Tim, and hopefully I opened your eyes to 5D. Peace.